Hey guys, it's Wayne Santos, one of the editors at CGM, and this week's sound off is a sad sound off, at least it is for me. I'm going to be talking about the sequel to this game over here, Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2, as some of you may be aware, there was some trouble with the development of that game. The first game did not sell so well, and so Sega, the original publisher, they decided that they did not want back a sequel. So a lot of the Bayonetta fans out there, and there were a lot of them, were worried about what was going to happen to the game. So then surprisingly, Nintendo of all people, they swooped in and said, hey, if Sega does not want to help you finish that game, then we'll front the bill so you can make this game. And of course, it's going to be a Wii U exclusive. So now we've got Bayonetta 2 coming out on the Wii U. So far, it's actually reviewed pretty well. Edge magazine, one of the harsher media outlets out there, they've actually already reviewed the game and they gave it a 10 out of 10. So that should tell you right away, it's like that the Platinum Games guys haven't lost it. It's like it's still a great game. But the game is now out in Japan and the sales are anything less than stellar. It's first week of sales, and admittedly, you have to take into account that it actually shipped towards the end of the week, so it's not a complete week of sales. Its first week of sales was something like 21,000 copies. Over the course of 2 weeks, it's now pulled in a total of 38,000 copies. So yeah, that's 38,000 copies of a game that was rated a 10 by Edge magazine in Japan. Now, for comparison's sake, when Bayonetta 1 originally launched in Japan for the PS3 and the 360, because it was a multi-platform game, that sold in its first week, somewhere in the ballpark north of 200,000 copies. So this is the situation that we have. 200,000 copies for the first one versus 38 for the second one. Nobody is going to be happy about this. Okay, actually, you know what? That's a lie. Some people are actually happy about this. I've read reports of some people being rather snarky, getting on Twitter and congratulating the director of the game on Twitter for, it's like the amazing sales of the game. It's basically just people who are like, rubbing salt in the wounds. It's not very classy, guys, but, it's like it's the internet. They're anonymous. They're going to do what they're going to do. This really just drives home the point to me, though, that Bayonetta, I played the first game, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to playing the second game eventually, but it really does make me sad when we see games that don't have the kind of mainstream Call of Duty coverage that other titles get. Just absolutely tanking, even though the critical response is amazing. I mean, the first Bayonetta game, it managed to be the critical darling of everybody everywhere, including right here at CGM. It's like we played it. Fighting was amazing. It's like the pacing was great. The story was over the top. It was just a ton of fun to play. It's like it was a really great, well put together game that deserved to be enjoyed by a bigger crowd, and it's just not happening. Even more so with the Wii U version. Now, I'm not sure if that's just because the Japanese themselves are not all that interested in console games anymore. I'm not sure if it's just a matter of, it's like the third-person brawler genre just not being as popular as it once was. But all of those factors aside, that does not discount the fact that the guys at Platinum know what they're doing when it comes to making a third-person action game. It's like they've been consistently producing the cream of the crop in this genre. So it's sad when something like this happens. So to the guys over at Platinum Games, we are going to be getting the game and we're going to be reviewing it, and we will give you our judgment when we're through with it. But I do have to say right now, it does seem pretty unfair that you put that much work into a game, especially with the pedigree that you've got for third-person brawler action games, and you're rewarded with these abysmal sales. It's like, you have my sympathy, Platinum Games. I mean, you deserve better. See ya.